we're gonna call the Economic Development Committee to order. Please note that all 5 members are present. We'll start with item number 36, new Class A liquor and beer license for National Quick Food Mart LLC DBA Quick Pantry, 5631 West National Avenue. Agent Allis.
Yep.
You wanna come on up here? Yes, please. All right, so you're currently already the owner.
Yes.
Right, and,
60.
right, okay. Let's see, did you have a Class B before and now you're
Yes.
looking to get an A? To be able to sell alcohol as well?
I have beer.
Okay. And obviously with that, you're aware that the sales of alcohol is only till 9 PM. I see that the store is open
Yes.
till 9:30, but you're aware, obviously it's the same laws of the
Yes.
9 PM. Is there any discussion from the members? Or the other women of the district? Alright, there was a motion to approve. Is there a second? Second. Is there any further discussion? Alright, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it.
Thank you, Dad.
Yes, thank you. You're all set.
Okay.
So you'll get the renewed license,
Okay.
and then that's when you can start to sell that alcohol. You have to have that license in hand and post it.
Thank you very much. I
Okay.
appreciate it.
Have a good night. Alright, you're all set.
Okay. Thank you.
This is that.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you very much.
you're welcome. Alright,
Thank you.
I missed the motion, I'm sorry.
first, second.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alright, number 37 was asked to be held by the applicant, unless the applicant is here for the liquor room. Okay, then, do we need to make a motion on that to hold till the next meeting?
I would just say, it can be held till next meeting, objection.
Is there any objection to hold this till the next meeting? Alright, it will be held. Number 38, new Class B tavern license for Deco Venue LLC DBA The Emerald, 7546 West Greenfield Avenue. Agent Noreen Higginbotham. Is Noreen here? Alright, we'll look to hold to the next meeting, Tracy, kind of as we did here, if you can please reach back out, let them know if there needs to be a notice to appear. Is there any objection to holding to the next meeting?
None at all, Madam Chair. Are we gonna ask that the applicant or the agent or both?
They don't have a preference, does anyone else?
We'll make a call. It's true. I guess I prefer at least the agent is.
Alright, yeah, there's no wrong with it. Alright, number 39. New Class B tavern license for Macoco's Corporation, DBA Macoco's Caribbean Restaurant, 7420 West Greenfield Avenue. Agent Edwin Ordonez, if Stephen, you're here. Alright, thanks for coming, good. I know that you previously, you're the owner of Macoco's Restaurant, previously did hold a liquor license. I'm kinda gonna cut right to the point though, I have some reservations about reissuing this. One, you were found serving alcohol while you did not have a valid permit to a state agent. There was another incident where a receipt was posted online showing that alcohol was sold on another separate instance. There was the issue with code enforcement of the outdoor pergola that took many times trying to get resolved. The standard steps weren't followed. I remember sitting in on your initial approval where we knew you were new coming into it, but it was stated that if you have any questions, you need to work with the cities. You can't just do what you can do and then you just did it. And it had a lot of back and forth to even get that resolved. And then also looking at some of the health reports going back from 2023, it seems like that there are multiple repeat offenses, and these are the health reports here, that are repeatable each time. So in this last one that was conducted on August 1st, 2025, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 repeat observations. And between the pergola, selling alcohol when you shouldn't be, repeat offenses, it just kind of seems that you're just doing what you're doing, and then later you're saying, oops, I didn't know, or, oh, okay, I'll fix it. And we've had other applicants in front of here where they were sold alcohol twice while not obtaining a license, and we didn't renew it. And I'm gonna go with that same standard. And I'm going to actually make a motion to deny. Is there any further discussion?
May I
Sure.
explain my case? The reason, okay, so I have to expose a little bit of my personal life. In 2024, when we were having a la carte event, I had a major heart attack on the street. I got transported to the hospital and I got a heart surgery. I have something called widowmaker, which is 100% blockage in my heart. So chances of survival to 1%. I was at the hospital for many months trying to record myself, trying to learn walk. Psychologically, I was destroyed. I didn't care about the business. I didn't care about, because I was more concerned about my life. I was not really care about the time.
Yeah.
And pretty much my cook took over, which is my father-in-law, took over responsibility of the business. And I'm grateful because he did his best at the end of the day without having any type of education. When it was time to renew the license, I did submit the renewal. It got declined because we got some past reviews
With the vendors.
So at the time when I found out, I was financially done. I did not have the money to pay these guys, plus I didn't have the heart to continue with the business. And at the end of the day, I would say probably by November, I was able to get this money. I paid the vendors. I asked them to please communicate with the city and let them know that we paid the bills.
We do show that that's been paid.
And well, finally we were able to do it, and then it's been a year and a half already that it took me a long time to recover myself, especially my psychology, because the person that I was before I changed completely. So now that I have the opportunity to get back into business, since I consider myself that I recovered my health and my mental stage again, I'm asking for one more chance. I'm doing, believe me guys, I'm doing my best in order to keep this business alive, since my family is pretty much depending on this business. And I did fail in 2023 the inspections, and the reason is because my kitchen is very small. It's very small, and some lack of training, new people, because the kitchen keeps changing the cooks, and so we had a few violations. Most of them is the dishwasher. Since I was renting a dishwasher, it seems like it wasn't holding the temperature correctly. It was fixed already. I don't know if you can see probably last year that I got this technician, they fixed it. But it was pretty much my dishwasher, and I completely get it, because if the dishes are not coming with the right process.
Right, but it was various food items, equipment through established, stored, unlabeled, coolers here, that's repeat. Filters and exhausts that are missing, installed incorrectly, that's a repeat. 3-compartment sink is not provided, that's the dishwasher, cooking utensils, the other hand washing sink. So that goes on, and I do understand the health issues. Your health has to be #1 priority, and I'm sorry you've gone through that, but the undercover purchase was September 16th of 2025.
Yes.
So as being the owner and you're applying for this, you have to trust the people that are running your business. If you weren't there and they're serving, it still falls on you.
Absolutely.
And it wasn't once, it was twice. And again, after the whole pergolas incident, you know, it was told, you can't just put stuff up, you can't do this, you have to check with us. And it seems like it's still happening. So I'm just going to
Madam Chair.
make the motion to.
When, in 2023, when I had the incident with the patio, I did, at the end of the day, I ended up removing absolutely everything and just put it back the way it was.
Right.
But it's, I learned my
Right.
lesson. I
But it
learned
took
my
us
lesson.
someone's in complaint to get
Yes,
it, so.
I understand that, but that was 2023.
So, I think, I'm gonna echo what Madam Chair, sorry. I'm gonna echo what the chair has said. Your health has to come first, but at the end of the day, you have to trust who's running your business, and you have to make sure you have a person in there who's following the things. And based on everything that she has in her hands, it's from 23 to 2025. And it seems like it's happening, and then we're coming back and going, oops, I'm sorry, begging for forgiveness. And if this were anybody else, it would be the same thing. It's, everybody has life situations, everybody has health. We've heard a lot of different stories up here of why people have failed different things, and your small kitchen is your small kitchen. It's always going to be that size of a kitchen, so regardless if it's a dishwasher or not washing hands, or if you're selling alcohol when you shouldn't be, the mistakes were still made on numerous occasions. It wasn't once, it wasn't twice, it was, I think you said 5 or 6 different health things, multiple receipts showing alcohol sold, so I stand with the motion and the second.
The reason why, if I have one more minute, please. When I found out that they were selling liquor, I had a big conversation with my staff, and Pedro, which is my cook, was running as a manager, no longer. The reason why he was selling liquor is because in his mind he didn't want to lose clients, loyal clients, and I told him not to do it, and he was afraid of losing the business while I was not present. And I'm not trying to excuse him at all because he broke the law. He broke the law, and I'm taking responsibility because I'm supposed to be there. I just was not.
If it was once, I think it would be one thing, but it was twice. That's kind of what, for me, puts the nail in the coffin. You could have the conversation after the first time being sold. And if you think about it, if we found out about 2 incidents, those weren't the only 2 incidents, I guarantee, between that time when you were serving alcohol. It was still probably daily, knowing that you shouldn't be. So opening your business, whether it was the person you trusted or not, coming in each day knowingly breaking the law every day. Because I guarantee you didn't just serve alcohol on, I don't have the date of that date or just that date. It was continually, and so that's why I would make that so my Alderman.
Madam Chair, I do want to call out specifically here that we don't make these decisions lightly. We understand that this will affect your business, maybe to a negative side. However, with all of the evidence that we've been presented, I'll echo what the chair says here, that it seems like you're playing a lot of, I'm gonna ask for forgiveness after the fact rather than doing the business the right way. I cannot in good conscience vote for you to have a liquor license, and I hope that the year without the liquor license, because you'll be able to apply again in a year, that perhaps in that year you will have spent some time tightening up the business, getting some solid training in place rather than relying on, well, I told my employees to do this. And then you can come back to us in a year and say, well, look at all of the work we've done. We are ready for the responsibility of the liquor license. But at this point, I cannot vote for you to have a liquor license.
So there was any further discussion?
Madam Chair, I'll be quick because it's been a long night, I know. I just want to agree with Alderman Noling. The recentness of the incidents is what bothers me, and like I said, it probably was happening and just didn't get caught, obviously, most of the time. And it sounds like there are other things in the business that really need to be attended to. If ideally it's 10% alcohol, 90% food, there's things that you can really tighten up in the next year, make the business really, function as it should in that way and come back. Hopefully it's not too big of a detriment, hey, mocktails are in, right? So, but I agree, I think that all those issues need to be addressed before we add alcohol to the mix.
So there was a motion and a second, no further discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it, or any opposed? The ayes have it. We do apologize, we wish you luck again. You can reapply, just take the time, get it done.
Does it count the time that I haven't had the license from this point?
From this point. Alright, number 40, conditional use permit for Toro Sports Complex, a proposed indoor recreation event space, 5,000 more square feet, and restaurant use at 6014 West Madison. This is what we have a public hearing on. Hello. So, we know that this has been operating as a gym already. A couple of questions that I had. With this conditional use, you're still allowing the school to use the gymnasium as is. And do you feel, again, that a lot of the events are going to be like weddings and parties that go into late into the night? Do you have that
Let
now?
me just give you a perspective. The existing building has an occupancy of 740 people, 500 in the gym, 240 in the lower level. Based on conversation with the city, they requested us to increase it to 740. From 740 before I will increase it to 383 people. And to respond to your question, we will have a lower level that's been used for weddings in the gym, for sports. The floors will not use it for things. He participates with some soccer events and bring the children to play. His hope is that his parents will utilize the lower level for the weddings, baptisms, and cultural events. It's not for the general public. He will not have concerts and like the public can sell tickets.
Yeah, that was some of a good question about Alderman Weigel is one, that was something that hopefully a event coordinator comes and sells tickets to it. I will say even like with an occupancy of 383, I just think of about a wedding, getting out at midnight with 300 people.
But there would not be 343. 343 is the congregation of the church.
And so then what will it be per, so when you, as you reduced it, what would be the top max occupancy? 240 upstairs?
No,
Downstairs.
upstairs is the gym.
Yeah.
The gym, we have 60 people with basketball, volleyball, soccer, that's the parent seating. The lower level is that has a kitchen and the
And what's that, the occupancy is 240?
240.
Right.
But as I said, the evaluation, his follow-up is not this, doesn't have the big people.
Right.
He has an estimate of 84 residents. So his hope is to bring the parent was 240 is what the evaluation. They have an existing parking lot.
You run out of Toro,
Yes.
just take time.
His hope is to be able to make 240 people because he doesn't have the,
Right now, right.
they had, you know, wedding with two that were 210. People, even though we're suggesting 12 o'clock or 1 people usually meet by 11.
Generally, right. And you never really have 120 people leave a wedding at one time, right? It's pretty rare. I am a bit concerned about just the later hours and the amount of people after consuming alcohol leading into the residential neighborhoods and having a really good time, potentially disrupting the neighborhood. I have no problem with the parking. Streets are for everyone. Streets are for every single person to park on, and that's it.
And the suggested times for the Saturdays was at
I would make one, it would be midnight, like any other event space.
We could do it.
And then, again, I would like, further discussion from fellow council members on if we feel the capacity. I mean, I would, again, wanna cap it at midnight, I wanna put in a clause that cannot be used for like third-party revenue gain. I don't know if we can write it, is there, Kale, like a way that we can say that, you know, an event person can't come to you and say, hey, can we rent your space for $1,000 and then they go sell tickets? He's saying he's not gonna do that, but with that permit, technically he could. Is there a way to write that as a conditional use? That he can't use the event space for a third party to have a revenue drawn event?
So, one way to do it would be put a condition on the permit that limits it to invited guests. So, no general advertising for the public, but only those specifically invited to attend. That ensures that it's an event in which everyone who's there, at least knows one person.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a way of showing up. The second thing that I was thinking as there was discussion is, it sounds like future use of the property under this permit might be in question, is how it's going to be used. One thing the council can do is put a duration on the conditional use permit, so you can make it expire after a certain number of months or years, and then the individual will come back forward to seek renewals of that CUP, and that gives you a chance to give them a couple years or whatever to test it and see if it's a problem. That way it's not permanently granted today to ensure that functioning is going to work.
The previous occupant ran the business since 2013.
Right.
Last year, we saw there was never any issue. The proposed use is similar to what the traditional use of the past, the same culture, and social events.
But the difference is going to be that you are eventually gonna apply for a liquor license, right?
I think the alcohol will be mainly for.
So that is honestly the difference of though, like, having a gym and people hanging out and having a wedding and people drinking, it does impact the neighborhood a little bit differently.
Yeah, Chair, that's my question. I would say that approving it, I think is a good idea, but I do think that there should be some limitations. I think the midnight, just like any other venue, maybe setting a 2-year, let's see how it does, let's see, and then you could always come back then in 2 years, and as long as things are going well, then it wouldn't be an issue getting it renewed. And then also the capacity, I don't know what exact number everyone's comfortable with, but I definitely think that 700 is high. I mean, because it sounded like
Right
it
now,
was
the
250.
capacity they're having is 300
300
max, 240.
Are you planning to have an
downstairs.
events going in both times?
The social and cultural events for Wednesdays, the third Saturday,
Okay.
Friday night. The gym is utilized mainly
So the events downstairs is 240 max occupancy.
Okay. Well, those are gonna be your evening events, so
Right.
those are gonna be your alcohol events, so I think that's a good number.
249. Alderwoman Nolan, I know you have you, okay, Alderman Weigel.
That was the clarity I was looking for. You're never using both the spaces at the same time. The maximum downstairs is 240, 250, whatever it is.
It's based on code compliance and suggested.
Yeah, I understand. So, and the upstairs use is never 250, right?
No,
For your sport. So if you had an overall building capacity of 250,
in fact, the gym, the maximum capacity is 134 people now. And previously it was 500.
yeah, what I'm saying is the maximum, I think that's the building for sense of parking would be 250, right?
249.
I like round numbers.
I'd like to see if we're gonna put a time limit on the conditional use. I think 1 year will give us a good idea of how things go, and we can certainly, if it's not a problem, parking's not a problem, you may even have your neighbors, within a year, your neighbors may be writing a letter in support of it. That's what I'm hopeful, so that maybe if you wanna go higher with that number in a year, we can certainly take a look at that.
So are we looking to make a motion with the hours max at midnight? Must be invited guests only, no public promotions. max occupancy is 249. The only reason why I say 249 is because legally they can only have 249 downstairs. For the max capacity with a 1-year approval.
With those stipulations.
Second.
Yeah, Madam Chair, I agree with Marty, I think the 1 year, I think there's a little bit, it's not like, I think when we were discussing other event spaces, this is much more residential. And again, adding the potential liquor in there, it does cause them some concern, so I think putting a cap on it would make my constituents more comfortable.
I did have one more question. We did mention the previous user. Did he have a conditional, did the previous use have a conditional permit? Conditional use permit? He did.
Go around the perimeter of the building, just like bars.
Right.
Go walking distance.
Right.
So alcohol doesn't seem to be an issue. I mean,
Well, there
It's
are
like
issues.
a bar. The bars are much smaller.
Yeah, there are. We
There's
get
issues in some of
emails.
those bars.
I don't even have to do the district and I get emails. So there was
Motion and second.
a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Guys have it? Good luck.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes.
I
Yes.
don't see any representation here for 42. Would you be willing to take up item 47 out of order?
Yes. So we're gonna go out of order. We're gonna take number 47, resolution approving the terms and conditions for an economic development loan to Dunwich LLC, DBA The Black Rose at 6601 West National Avenue. Hello, I would, I sit on the CDA, I have a little bit of background on this. I would make a motion to approve.
Second.
This is part of an economic development loan, Patrick, with the repayment part forgiveness, correct?
Correct.
Based on it, and this will be part of Maker's Road, which we have been trying to get filled for a very long time, and so happy someone wants to fill it.
We're thrilled.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
thank you for that. Maker's Road, yes, this is space facing the farmer's market. Deanna and Michael have put together a business plan to create the Black Rose, and it's a cocktail lounge restaurant. They've been working with Mandel, or Bob Modded, for the Maker's Road, getting that space for almost a year. Putting that together, right, Deanna?
Yeah, a little bit over a year, correct?
Yep, so the loan is structured as a $50,000 forgivable loan per the national in-store program that we have, the in-store program for National Avenue. And then the rest is the balance of a regular economic development loan. And that's funded from tax increment district number 7 at 4% interest, so it's $100,000 in totality. I have invited Deanna here tonight to answer any questions. They will be applying for a liquor license. This is just one of the steps. We have an expenditure deadline of February 18th for tip number 7. So this is to get those funds committed tonight. They do have a draft commitment from a lender, and they continue to investigate other lenders. So overall, the capital stack is coming together, and this is a positive step forward. I think you also have to apply for a conditional use in the site landscaping architectural group. That would be coming back here. So you'll be seeing Deanna again in the future, hopefully. But tonight, the loan is also subject to bank financing. So this loan doesn't close unless there is a lender involved for the business.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Good luck. Guess we'll see you again.
We're so excited, see you guys all soon.
Yes.
Sorry to keep you here for that long.
No, that was,
Yeah, man, did you get a doozy?
it was all interesting, I was learning a lot of things, it was great to hear.
You understand why we special assess?
I do. Thank you. Madam Chair, clarification on item 40, real quick, if you could just go backwards.
Yeah.
Hours next at midnight, 249 person capacity.
Total
Total occupancy,
invited guests, no public promotions,
no public promotions.
and 1 year.
Got it, thank you.
Alright, number 41, conditional use permit for Bami Corner, proposed restaurant use. Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Number 42, conditional use for Cars R Us.
Second.
Any further discussion, or all in favor say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Number 43, resolution to approve the dissolution of tax incremental district number 6.
Move approval.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Number 44, resolution to approve the dissolution of tax incremental district number 13.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Number 45, resolution approving tax incremental district number 7. Affordable housing extension.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
so at the next council meeting, there will be a resolution to close TIF 7. What you're doing tonight is, do you want this determination to create an affordable housing fund for TIF number 7? For state statute, you can do a one-year extension, but in this case, we don't necessarily have to do an extension because there's a positive balance already in the TIF. So there's $1.583 million that increment that's been collected. And you have the decision, do we return that to the taxing jurisdictions, that amount? Or do we want to create an affordable housing fund? So if you returned it, the city would keep 500,000 of it, or this would be keeping 1.5 to create affordable housing, which 75% will be used for improving affordable housing, and 25% of that could be used for improving the housing stock. So the TIF closes, and there's around $75 million of increment in some employees, so that will be going on the tax levy in both cases. Okay, so the only thing that the council CDA favorably looked upon it tonight, but the council also is, do you want to create this affordable housing fund?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, or any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Number 46, resolution approving an amended parking lot lease agreement between the City of West Allis and Antigua Properties LLC for the property located at 62 Stars for West National Avenue. Move approval.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Number 48, resolution to approve a facade grant to Corvina Wine Company, 6038 West Lincoln Avenue, in the amount not to exceed $30,000 from Community Development Block Grant Funds.
Move approval. Second.
All in favor, any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Anything else come before committee? Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned.
Thanks for adjusting.